Hello and welcome back to Bricks. I'm Adam and this is my channel Bricks, where I talk about Lego sets, review Lego sets. We'll be putting some Lego sets together and some other Lego related content in the future. In this video we're going to look at the Lego Creator 3-in-1 Cozy House set, which is set number 31139. It has 808 pieces and I paid $60 for this set. The first thing we'll look at is the minifigures. It comes with 3 minifigures and some minifigure accessories here. The prints on these look pretty solid. I like this one a great deal. I don't think I've had that one before, and there's some nice pop of color in there. But all these minifigures, the legs are very plain, no printing on the legs, no dual molding on the legs. But for a Lego Creator set, a 3-in-1 set, this is not too bad. Then we can take a look at some of the side build accessory things that also accompany the minifigures. This is the representation of a kitty cat. I think this is a pretty cute brick built cat that works for the scale well enough, and all in all I think this is just very cute. Then we have a toy car. I believe this was built alongside this minifigure and the same time as this sort of remote control. So I believe this is kind of a remote control car with these, I think they're wand type pieces that are standing in for antenna for the vehicle and the controller or remote control to communicate. We have another toy. This looks like a mech, a robot that has a big drill on the front, and the feet are nice, and this is a fine little side build. And another toy. I don't know what this is. It looks like a vehicle of some size, some kind. It has 4 round tiles, 4 down on the bottom, not feet, but I guess they're wheels, maybe. Not sure what this one is, but another toy, I presume. And then we have this. I don't know what this is. I thought it was going to be a chandelier, and maybe it is. I just didn't see it in the instructions. Uses these snake pieces, which is really nice to use in kind of interesting ways for some cool shapes that can be made from that. And if we look at the instruction manual, that little side build, that construction is right by this minifigure in front of the porch, so that leads me to believe it's not a chandelier, and I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to represent. Okay, and then here we have all of the extra pieces that came in this set. So a good amount of extra pieces, some nice colors in there, some nice unique pieces like the ice cream, the bowl, these berry elements, an extra spoon, extra of this piece in a darker gray, I think, an extra cup or mug, an extra one of these molded flame pieces. So some decent extras in here. And then off to the side I have this build. It's just a gray stud on top with a red tile stud. This goes in a pot on the stove in the kitchen, and so it's, I think, supposed to indicate maybe tomato soup or something else like that. And then also in that kitchen scene in the sink, we have these 3 spoon pieces, for one for each of the minifigures. Now I have these separated from the model because as we look through it, I'm going to be picking it up, I'm going to be turning it around, and when I was building the set and these were in there the way I was building it, because I was recording while I was putting this together, those caused me a lot of problems by falling about, coming out, and just generally made it a little difficult to handle while those were in their place. So that's why those are separated. So we can take a look at the model here. It's nice that it's a house. It's a cozy house. The colors are good. There's a lot of detail in this, which, I haven't built a million of these Lego Creator 3-in-1s, but I've built a fair amount of a price point at around the $10 and $15 and $20 range, fewer up at this $60 range, for example. But this is a very detailed set, and I was kind of surprised by that. I mean, I could tell a little bit from looking at the box and the official images that this was going to be detailed, but it still kind of caught me by surprise based on the suggested age for this set. So a lot of small pieces, a lot of really fine details that even for someone like me did have caused some difficulty and some tricky parts during the build. We also have here, this was in the mailbox, it is a printed tile of a letter just on top of a tan jumper plate, which is nice, goes right in the mailbox here. So one of the things that this reminded me of, because of the attention to detail, is something like the modular buildings. Now, as I say, I haven't built a ton of Lego houses or Lego Lego sets that have this sort of detail in them. I imagine maybe the A-frame house is similar to this in some ways, and in fact one of the side builds of the 3-in-1 is sort of an A-frame type cabin or something. But I have built some of the modular buildings, and so this does include some of the finer details that I wouldn't expect to see. So we do get these nice overhangs here, a functioning door, this light. This is a recycling bin or trash bin, some foliage and some vine work over here, a very delicate birdhouse on the front of the house there. These chairs are kind of, I think, supposed to represent kind of like a wicker sort of, I would say, porch chair or outdoor furniture there that work pretty well, and you could connect a minifigure to those. So that was nice with minimal pieces there to achieve that. Some round tile work to indicate maybe a cobblestone path or something in front. And we have a cute little snail up here, brick built snail on top there. And then, as you can see on the roof, we have some detail work with these tile pieces that is very similar to the type of tile work that will be done on the Rivendell set roof, which that roof looks incredible. And there's a simple trick to try to get these aligned by taking a plate or something else and running it between the pieces. You can try to line them up. This set did not show an example of doing that to try to line those up, but the Rivendell set, I understand, does. I have the Rivendell set, but I have not put it together yet. So if we go around to the back side then here, we can take a look at some of the internal of this cozy house and some of the internal decorations. So first, this is a kitchen scene. There is a printed tile on the wall there, and there is a table with some bowls on it. In the back, it's sort of hard to see with my lighting. There is a pot on a stove way in there, a kind of sink here with a bottle of soap, some chairs, the printed tile, and there's kind of a light underneath here that you can just barely see, which is a fine little build of a kitchen. There even is included in here kind of a indication of like a hood that might be over a gas stove in particular, to vent anything that comes off of the stove there, and that's a nice little touch. And as I said, these spoons and this soup or food or whatever it is also are extra little details that go in the kitchen scene here. Above the kitchen, we have what looks like the master bedroom, or it's a bedroom with a bed, brick-built bed there that has two pillows, is wide, and can accommodate two of the minifigures on there. Next to that, there's a very small end table in there with a desk light. So not too much in that space. Then over here we have kind of more of a living space, and there's a nice brick-built chair, some a little house plant on a like dresser, or a I'm not sure what they call those types of furniture there. We have a chimney that follows all the way up through here. There is a printed tile above the fireplace, and the fireplace is detailed even with one of those molded fire pieces. And so it's a nice little living area. There's not studs on the chair, so a minifigure could probably be placed there, but can't be connected to a stud in that chair. But I did like that chair. It's very simple, but it's nice. The scales, maybe not 100% perfect, but it's a pretty cute little build there. Again, that reminds me of maybe something you might see in a more advanced set than this. And then above that living area, we have I believe the child's bedroom. So there's another printed tile in here that you can just barely see. There is a light that hangs down, which was very neat. There's a smaller bed in there, more drawers. Here's the bed, and then I'm not sure what's over in the corner. I think is a toy chest, and I'm not sure what this piece is supposed to indicate. And then we have the slope of the roof, and I'm realizing that I may have put these on incorrectly. No, I mean, that seems right. So the way these angles were achieved on the roof were nice, and all in all, I really enjoyed this build. But there is one kind of hidden thing here, and that's the transformation that can go on, which can increase display value if perhaps, or could increase the play value for somebody, and that's that these two pieces split apart, so it can be displayed at an angle. There's a really nice use of these this piece in here to accommodate the overhang of this other piece there. So these come together and clip together. There's a clip right at the base of each one, so they can be kind of offset like this. If you like that better, I think I might like, to display it at a certain angle to kind of indicate that there's a bigger, more connected house all the way behind these two elements here. But we can flip this all the way around, and so there are hinges there, and there is another clip on this side. So these two sections can clip together and become one. And this makes it very cohesive. It flows nicely. A lot of the colors are matched up. And then now we have kind of an indication of a front yard with the mailbox and a backyard with a patio. And it just makes this set kind of pushes it over the top. And as I understand, the other models that are in this Creator 3-in-1 also kind of have an element like this, where they can be either folded and closed completely, or the model that is well, I'll show you. This model, this taller one, I believe can be taken down. This can be easily disconnected and clipped to the backside of that, and the A-frame looking one, I think, can also has a hinge at one point, so it can be kind of split off, looking like almost a lean-to, or like a leaning angled cabin there. So I'm interested in that, but I think that's a really nice feature that really puts this set over the top. I was not sure. I mean, 808 pieces for $60, but I saw that a lot of the pieces were small, but it does include some minifigures. I was a little bit unsure about that, but putting it together, it was a fun building experience. I think it looks really nice. I think it could be outfitted in a certain way instead of being kind of springtime. I could maybe adjust it, make some modifications to have this fit in with some of the Winter Village type sets that I have, because the style is similar in how it's just a portion of the building there. So that's really, really cool. And all in all, I think this is great. Plus, I get 2 more models to put together for this set, so I was very, very pleased with that. And that's it for this video. If you like this video, or you like my channel, you can consider giving it a like or subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you all on the next one. Okay, bye.